Theme park. Hi, I'm Stevenson and my objective today is to build a theme park. A real-life theme park. This has been my goal for over 15 years now, and my main job for the past 6. Let me back up for a moment. I'm the owner of the Puzzle Area, the first escape room in San Diego, and something like the 25th escape room to open in the US. I've been making escape rooms, social deduction games, mega games, and all sorts of things in that time, but all of it has been in pursuit of one thing. Theme park. Thing is, I've known since the age of 12 that you can't go to a theme park and apply to be the owner. That's because the post is hereditary and can only be obtained through ritualistic combat, or in the case of Disney parks, done by blood sacrifice. And frankly, I'm not fast enough with a saber or have enough mouse blood to challenge any current theme park owners, so I have to build my own. And that's probably for the best. The kind of park I want to make is quite different from most theme parks today. Roller coasters are awesome and expansive. So is land. Ever notice you don't have to pay land rent in roller coaster games? And that they apparently exist in a world in which you can buy sturdy outdoor trash cans for $5?
Yes. One sturdy outdoor trash can, please. Keep the change.
No. What I want to make is a very special kind of theme park. The kind of thing you haven't seen anywhere else. The kids these days call it an experience park. See, the thing is, with pretty much every theme park out there since the dawn of time, they've all had the same general idea. Get a bunch of cool things like roller coasters and Ferris wheels, and put them together into a plot of land, put a big fence around it, and then charge guests to get inside. Once in there, guests can take part in enjoying the amusements and attractions you've placed. If you're Disneyland or if you're Universal, then you also make sure to market the ever-loving fudge out of your captive audience. Oh my god. When I was in Disney World, they had a stall that was selling you vacation packages. Vacation packages. While you were on vacation. I have yet to convince anyone else of the absolute madness of this. What was I talking about? Right. So that model, make cool things, charge to see the cool things, is fine enough, but there are some fairly significant downsides. Here's one. Lines. I'm shocked more people aren't focusing on this. Why would you pay well over $100 for the privilege of standing in line for hours so you can have a few minutes, sometimes seconds, of content? It's not like waiting in line enhances the experience. There are some rides with cool waiting lines, I'll grant you, but that's like putting beautiful filigree in the margins of your homework worksheet. Does it make it better? Yes, but the world would be a better place for everyone involved if we could find a way around it having to exist in the first place. Lines also hint at something non-obvious. Theme parks are what I call solitary social experiences. Let me explain. Do you wish you could have a whole theme park to yourself? Just you and your friends. No lines, no other people, no crowds. Of course you do. The other people in the park just get in the way. They make hour-long lines. They block your view to the scenery. They buy all the best merch. They clog your way to getting food. They have screaming children and litter and so on and on and on and on. The other people are awful. It's just the worst. And yet, nobody goes to a theme park alone. Think about it. When was the last time you went to a theme park with absolutely nobody else? The vast majority of people would say never. Why is that? Why do we want us and our friends there, but want nobody else there? The answer might be partially because everyone else is not part of the world. When people visit the Grand Canyon, the last thing they want to take a picture of is all the other tourists taking pictures of the same thing. It breaks the narrative. They are pioneering explorers in a magical, mystical world, and instead reminds the viewer, and themselves, that their experience can be had by anyone with $1,000 or $2, a 4-day weekend, and access to visitgrandcanyontours.com. In short, it's immersion breaking. And nothing breaks immersion quite like a few hundred other tourists in t-shirts trying to see the exact same thing you want to see. It lays bare just how much of a transaction this is, as opposed to a living experience. Okay, we get it. Lines are just the worst. So how do we fix it? Sure, we could try something like Fast Pass, the idea being that guests can reserve for spots at attractions that have limited space. That way there is no waiting, but that only solves part of it. The real issue we need to address is the fact that parks are solitary social experiences. We need to find a way to have groups see each other as part of the experience as opposed to standing in the way of it. How do we do this? Pop quiz. What sort of experience can you attend that is made better by the addition of more people, not worse? Need a hint? It just so happens to be the kind of thing I've been designing since forever. Take MMOs. The more people play RuneScape, the more new friends you may meet. The more players in EVE Online, the more trading partners you'll bump into. A theme park filled with hundreds of people all looking to enhance your game experience because they're all part of the gaming experience. When you give strangers an excuse and incentive to behave in an in-universe manner, they will add to your park as opposed to subtracting from it. So what will my park look like? Giant, real life, cyberpunk, escape room, tabletop, RPG. Digital item trading, adventures, quests, NPCs, shops, in-game currency, leveling systems, PvP encounters, and so much more. And you'll have one feature that is more important than anything else. I can actually make it. How? Same way I opened my escape rooms. Start with something small that works and grow from there. If I can get a core loop of fun going, I can build and add on more and more stuff, adding content and amusement as I grow to a full theme park size. So what's the plan? Step 1, get a laser cutter and new workshop, and make an online escape room RPG. Step 2, use proceeds from the escape room online RPG thing to make more materials, more games, and hire game runners to help me run those games. Step 3, when the pandemic is mostly over, run a few day-long events here in San Diego at temporary installations in which about 100 or so players can come play. Step 4, open for 4 weekends in a row, Thursday to Sunday, with most of the systems in place. Step 5, go on tour all over the US, visiting abandoned malls and underutilized urban spaces all over the United States. And at that point, I will have made a magical living world players will never forget. A story and friendship-making factory that delivers experiences and stories that exist with the players instead of for the players. Oh, and lots of swearing, because there will be super hard escape rooms too. And social deduction games. Right now, I'm part way to solving step 1, getting a laser cutter and workshop. I've launched a GoFundMe for getting a laser cutter, and thanks to almost 300 incredibly generous individuals, we are well on our way to making it. If you're interested in helping out, there'll be rewards for doing so, like having your name engraved on a plaque and being able to name the cutter. While you work on that, I will be working on getting us a workshop. No promises yet, but I think we may have a spot for that workshop sometime this upcoming December. We'll just have to see. Come hang out at my Discord if you want to be first to know about what I'm working on, and my newsletter is always a great idea. Links to both are in the description. Till next time, cheers.